We were playing with matches.
Oh.
Okay, I know what you're thinking.
James.
Nothing bad happened, okay?
You're
We just
pyro.
accidentally lit some dried bushes on fire and it got somewhat out of control.
Yo, what's up guys, Prince Charming. We're going to be checking out the odd ones out getting lost at Camp Geronimo on today's video. Camp Geronimo, I don't know if this is a common thing, but it sounds like a pretty cool camp. I would love to go to Camp Geronimo. Geronimo sounds like something that will be packed with tons of adventures like rock climbing and knot tying and more manly things like eating beef jerky. I don't know. You gotta love the Audible Now videos, his amazing storytelling. Let's see what is gonna go down with James today on this video. What is going down at Camp Geronimo? This is like one of the good camps with a happy ending or a bad camp with a bad ending. Let's go ahead and find out. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Prince O'Hawcom, Instagram as well at Prince O'Hawcom. That way you can stay updated on anything Prince Charming related. And so you can support your boy on social media, so go ahead and drop that follow. But enough of me talking, let's go ahead and dive right into this odd one out getting lost at Camp Geronimo. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
If you haven't read Lord of the Flies, you're probably going to have to in school one day.
I remember that book.
Let me give you an abridged version for when that time eventually comes.
Let's get it.
Lord of the Flies is a book about a bunch of little British boys who got marooned on a deserted island, and the book tells the story about what the boys do to survive the elements, but also themselves. Within like a week on the island, the boys devolve into complete savages, covering themselves in face paint and killing a pig.
Ooh,
I said too much.
I remember that movie.
When I read the book in high school, I thought having the boys turn savage so quickly wasn't all that accurate. As a former young boy myself, I was insulted that William Golding thought that us little boys were so heartless. But then I remembered all the things that happened at my scout camp, Camp Geronimo, and I realized that Lord of the Flies is still inaccurate. The boys would have gone savage way faster. Listen, I'm a cautious person when I'm hanging around the guys. In PE, the other boys would be playing this game called Quarters, where you would fling quarters at people's nuts.
I remember that!
But I wouldn't play that game because it's dangerous and I'm a loser. Or when I was at a party and someone wanted to play the knife game to show off how good their hand-eye coordination was,
I remember that
too! I wouldn't play that game either because I needed my hands to draw.
There's a lot of games I will not play, and the knife game is, okay, wow, actually, I have a huge confession I gotta make. Y'all remember back when that 1,000-degree extremely hot knife thing was a popular trend? Like, people will heat up a knife really hot and then like cut things, melt things, whatever. Real stupid trend. But I actually did that with the knife game. Like, I actually heated up the knife and did the game. Yes, I was that dumb. I heated up a knife with a blowtorch and proceeded to, I have all my fingers and that goes chop, chop, chop with a 1,000-degree blade. I was really trying to get them YouTube views. Wow, clout is a crazy thing, man. People will do anything for it.
But something about being with the guys.
The guys.
In the middle of the woods, I would live on the edge. Every summer, our troop stayed at this camp called Camp Geronimo, named after the Apache Indian who was the first person to yell Geronimo while doing a sick backflip into his pool.
Really?
One time, me and a couple other boys, I don't remember who started it, but we were playing with matches. Okay, I know what you're thinking.
James.
Nothing bad happened, okay?
You're
We just
pyro.
accidentally lit some dried bushes on fire and it got somewhat out of control. But it's okay, it's fine, okay? We told the scoutmaster that there was a loose fire spreading faster than we could put it out, and he got everyone in the troop to stomp on it, and we never got in trouble. What were we doing with the matches?
What were y'all?
We were just lighting them and throwing them at each other.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, about 30 other scout troops attended Camp Geronimo, and we would spend a whole week sleeping in tents and earning merit badges. Most of the camp honestly felt like school, but outside. Like, when you got to the camp, you were given a schedule of classes, and for the next 7 days, you would go to those classes and learn and fill out packets, and sometimes even have homework, which probably helped us not devolve into savages. I mean, sure, the classes weren't as boring as English or geometry. Geronimo's classes were wilderness survival, kayaking, or bear self-defense.
That's fun.
The merit badge required 2 things. The first thing, you had to write stuff down. Name and point out the major parts of a kayak. Kayak.
You see, I was down for this whole Boy Scouts thing until I learned you have to actually take classes and write stuff in essays and like what? Like, I want to learn how to hunt bears and kayak and climb trees and rock climb and all that cool stuff. Not learn how to write an essay about how to do the stuff that I'm learning. I remember there was one time, and I probably already told the story, but I was actually trying to get into Boy Scouts. It was like a school-sponsored club organization back in elementary school. Paid the fees and everything, and I promise you, they kept me out of that club. Like, they never told me any of the meetings, any of the dates. They purposely kept me out of the loop because they did not want me in it, and you know, you can guess why.
Explain to your counselor the hazards you are most likely to encounter while participating in kayaking activities.
Hippos?
Bears.
Okay,
And the
bears.
second part of the merit badge, you
That's
had
it,
to
hippos.
actually go out and do stuff. Capsize the kayak, swim it and the paddle to the shore, and if you don't make it, the bears will get you. I never got the kayaking merit badge. You had to be at least 12 to go to Geronimo, but you could go as an 11-year-old if a parent was coming with you. And at the time, my dad was a camp counselor. My birthday was May 14th, and Geronimo was at the end of May, so I barely made the cutoff as the youngest person going. Geronimo was a big step from spending 3 days at Cub Scout day camp to spending a week in the wilderness.
That sounds fun, though.
Was I was going to be spending a whole week with all the mean older scouts and my dad. There was this one scout named Paul. When I was 11, he was 15. So naturally, he would pick on me and make fun of me.
He's a loser for picking on an 11-year-old.
I'm small,
What?
so I suck. But silver lining, he got fatter. And 2 years ago, he reached out to me, and I had been doing the whole YouTube thing for a while. He was off starting his own business, and he wanted to do some business opportunity with me.
No.
And I just said, hey, do you want to do my merch? So now he works for me.
Oh,
so kids,
wow.
if you ever have bullies, just become successful on YouTube and then hire them to sell plushies.
Is
He's
he
actually a really good merch guy.
Is he
gets
for
all
real?
my stuff into these retail stores.
Okay.
So if you see a floof plushie at Hot Topic, you can say, thanks, Paul. Bullies really do make a difference.
Wow, that's actually I was not expecting the story to go out that way. Like, I'm actually pretty shocked. I thought he was finna say, like, Paul is currently, I don't know, some bum related, you know, revenge is a best dish served cold, whatever you want to call it. But he's actually doing well for himself, and he's actually a good merch guy. You know how hard it is to find good employees to work for you on YouTube? Because everybody wants to work for a YouTuber, or everybody wants to, you know, work in that kind of business field. So you have a lot of unprofessionals, amateurs, who act like they know what they're talking about, who try to get you to work for them or try to work for you. And just know, if you ever become a YouTuber, you're gonna get a lot of people in your email who don't know what they're talking about, point blank period. You gotta learn how to ignore them.
Anyway, self-promotion aside, my first year at Geronimo, I was a little bit on the very young side compared to everyone else. I was taking a class called orienteering. The class taught us how to read maps and use a compass. And one day it was time for our class to go on a scavenger hunt thing. We were given a list of places we had to go to, and we were supposed to use our compass and count our paces to get to each specific location. Then when we got to our destination, there would be a marker somewhere, and we would have to write down what that marker was. There were 10 different markers that we had to find, and the course was supposed to lead us in a circle. The leader, who was in charge of our group and the compass, was an older scout named Paul. It wasn't the merch guy Paul, but I think it would be funnier if it was. Our group set off to the first location. Having a compass and counting your steps isn't the most accurate way of navigation, but we weren't allowed to use Google Maps, so. When we got to the spot, we had to look around for a little bit to find the marker, but we eventually found it, and then we were off to the second location.
Oh, gosh.
This time, the marker was harder to find. The spot we landed on was pretty far from where the marker actually was. At the third location, we couldn't find the marker.
Oh, this is where he gets
We
lost?
did see this reflective sign on a tree, and we figured that's what the marker was supposed to be, so we wrote it down. At this point, I decided to grab my own compass and give it a try. My compass pointed in a direction that was a little bit off from Paul's direction. Not by a whole lot, but just enough. But remember, I was the little kid. Nothing I said mattered.
Oh, I already know how this is gonna end, because, like, he's the little one, he's the small one, so they're not gonna listen to him. And Paul, I'm guessing, is like 14, 15 years old. He's older, he's big, he's macho, you know what you're talking about. Which is usually right. Like, if an 11-year-old was trying to tell me what to do, I'm gonna look at that little kid, I'm like, sit down, little boy, like, go sit down and play, I don't know, Mario Galaxy. I don't know what kids play nowadays. What do kids play nowadays? Minecraft? Roblox? But seeing how the title of this video is how they got lost at Camp Geronimo, I'm guessing the odd one's out. I think James's compass was probably the one that was right, while Paul probably had a bad compass, like a bad magnet or whatever in his compass.
Said things to me like, oh, you don't know how to use a compass. I bet yours is broken. I'm never going to work for you one day.
Oh my
And you know
gosh.
what? I believed him.
Aww.
This guy is 15 years old. Do you know how wise and experienced he is?
Honestly, at
so
11,
we kept going and
you listen to a 15-year-old.
We used anything we found as a marker. Some piece of trash, it's a marker. Hey, this tree has an A and an M carved into a heart.
It's a marker.
Kind of weird that it's at an all-boys camp.
A.M.
Do you think that
means
it's
a marker?
Eventually, we all had to admit that we were completely lost. The other boys told Paul to hand over his compass, and Paul reached into his pocket, pulled out his compass, and 2 buzz magnets.
Oh my gosh.
Buzz magnets are magnets that are shaped like a bullet, and you can throw them up in the air, and they make this cool buzzing sound.
Yeah.
They sold them at the camp store, so that's why Paul had them. And
that
everyone
throws
immediately figured
off
out why we
your
were
camp
lost.
compass.
For those of you who don't know how compasses and magnets work,
Even I know this.
I don't know either. I
Okay.
think it has something to do with them coming from outer space. A compass is supposed to point to the magnetic North Pole,
Yep.
and a magnet will mess up the direction a compass is supposed to
Yes,
point in. Paul's
yes.
compass wasn't pointing to his pants the whole time. We would have been suspicious if that had happened. But because his compass was right next to a magnet, it got uncalibrated. And then we all got lost in the woods and died. And that's why I don't have an orienteering merit badge.
Aww.
I was upset because my compass probably wasn't broken, but I didn't stand up for myself. Because I don't do that.
Always
I have
stand
more
up
Camp
for
Geronimo
yourself.
stories, like the time me and my friend threw a Ziploc bag full of water at the older kid's lean-to, and then I ran away so fast that I threw up. But I already did a video about that, and it's 5 years old, and it's very bad, and you're not allowed to watch it. So the moral of this video is,
What's the moral?
just because you're young doesn't mean you're stupid. But it does mean you make bad videos on YouTube.
Nah.
Also, check your pockets before going orienteering. Going orienteering. Sounds like a tongue twister. Going orienteering.
Sounds like a word you
Going
can't say.
orienteering. Going orienteering.
That was it for this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Another amazing James video down in the books. I love this so much. This is amazing. Getting lost at Camp Geronimo. You know, Camp Geronimo sounds fun. It sounds lit. Sounds like a good time. But I'm so surprised that 15-year-old boy did not know that having magnets next to a compass is a bad thing. Like, that's... I feel like everybody should know that, especially if you're 15 years old, especially if you made it this far into the camp. You didn't know that compass plus magnet is a bad thing. But that was a good moral of the story. Always stand up for yourself. Always speak what you believe in. And yeah, if you are young, you probably are making terrible YouTube videos. Hence why most YouTube stars tend to be towards the 18 to 24 range. You don't see much 11-year-old famous YouTubers. But don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Prince O'Hawkham, Instagram as well at Prince O'Hawkham. That way you can stay updated on anything Prince Charming related, and so you can support your boy on social media. So go drop that follow. That was it for this video, guys. My name is Prince O'Hawkham. Stay charmed, my friends.